underneath here, so it's underneath this body panel here. So you want to take the whole body off. So the tools we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. We're going to need our handy dandy Allen key kit. It's a metric kit, so you're going to need to make sure you have a metric Allen key kit. You're going to need a number 8 millimeter wrench, and a number 10 socket. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take off our footwells. That's the first thing we do. So we're going to go ahead and get the right Allen key, and that should be a number 5. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take these off, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I got the footwells taken off on both sides. We'll just go ahead and remove this. You'll see on each side there's going to be 2 here, 2 here, and then there's 3 on the bottom. So I got all my screws here. I'm just going to put them off to the side here. Put my footwell off to the side. Okay, so next what I like to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove this switch. You don't have to remove the whole switch, just the tab comes off. So for that, you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. I'll remove that, pull it up. You might have to wiggle it back and forth a bit to take it off, and just put your screw back inside there and put it up and off to the side somewhere so that you're not going to lose it. Okay, so then what we're going to do is the handlebars have to come off for this too. So you have to remove actually everything off. So you're going to have to remove these switches and everything off. So we're going to go ahead and I'll take these switches off real quick. You're going to need an Allen key to do that. And I think it's a number 3 or 4, but I think it's a number 3, so we'll try 3 first. Yeah, it's the number 3. We're gonna just loosen the throttle off. You don't have to take the screw all the way out, just loosen it off so you can pull the throttle off the handlebar. Come on off there, there we go. And we'll set that off to the side. I'm going to come to the other side. We're gonna need our number 5 again, because you're gonna have to take your perches off as well. Nope, this will be a number 4. Anytime you remove a perch like that, just take your perch bolts, put them right back in. That way you're not searching all over for them. Okay, perfect. Back to our number 3. And we're gonna take this this off here. Oop, where am I at here? Oh, it's on the other side. Oh, that one's gonna be a number 2. Okay, again, you don't have to take it all the way out, just loosen it so you can move your switch around. This one has a handle grip on the other side. Well, we don't have to take this off right away, it's not a big deal. We can leave it off and just loose for now. So what I want to do then is I want you to go up to your handlebar clamps. It's a 10 mil. I'm going to take those off. Okay, set it off to the side. Okay, I'm going to take them, I'm going to set it off to the side. Just if you keep everything together, then it won't get lost. You'll be missing bolts when you go put everything back together. Keep it together. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to remove our seat. We got our seat off because there's some there's 4 Allen keys here that Allen bolts here that have to come off. So we're going to go ahead and take those off. That will be a number 5. And there is no nut underneath these. It's actually a threaded hole, so this one here on the bottom of these two, there is a nut. They're going to be a 10 mil nut. So let's just take a wrench. When you feel like the nut is loose enough that you can take it off with your fingers, take it off with your fingers. And again, put your nut on the end of your screw so you don't lose it. Okay. So you got the back part of your body. It's going to lift up like this, which is nice. Something you're going to want to do before you take it off, though. If you look back here, you're going to have your brake line. You want to disconnect your brake light. Oh, was that what I was doing? There we go. And you might have a zip tie or two you're going to have to cut, but that's fine. You can just replace them when you're done. You can buy zip ties anywhere. Giant tag, sorry, the Walmart or dollar store, anywhere at all you can buy zip ties. So just, you want to make sure that that light is disconnected. I'm going to come back up here to the front. Now, on either side, under the wheel wells, there's going to be a 10 mil bolt. So we'll come on this side and we'll do it. If you look, see a 10 mil bolt right there. There's a 10 mil bolt right here, and you don't have to worry about a nut because it's threaded on the back of that, so you don't have to hold a nut. All right, so we'll go to the other side and do that. Okay, I'm gonna put that over the other bolts and nuts. Okay, so now the body is ready to remove. There's going to be two things that you need to disconnect. You need to disconnect your ignition underneath here, and you're going to need to disconnect your headlight. We don't have a headlight on this one, but you'll see if you follow inside here at the back of your bulb, there's if you follow to a plug, you just unplug it. Well, we are going to go ahead and unplug our ignition. So I'm going to go back to this side. All you're going to do is you're going to follow your wires to your ignition plug, which is directly right here. Your ignition plug is going to have an orange and a blue wire. I think it's orange or blue. Yep. So you disconnect your ignition, and now you're ready to remove the body. Now, the reason I left it like this is because the handlebars, you're going to have to move like this and hold up all your apparatus like that. and you're just gonna have to fiddle with it a bit. There we go. There we go. So now we got our body off. Set it off to the side. Okay, so now we've taken off the body kit, we've set it aside, and we're going to do the gear shifter now. To do the gear shifter, you're going to need a set of Allen keys, metric Allen keys, and an 8mm wrench. And the only reason you need this 8mm wrench is for under here. You're also going to need a Phillips screwdriver. So we're going to need that too, just to disconnect our wires, things like that. But again, I'll show you how to do that. But first things first, we're going to go ahead and just loosen off here and here. For that, we are going to need a number 4, I think. Yep. So we'll set our this aside. Put a wrench underneath. And loosen it up. And then I'm going to screw the other side. I'm going to do the same. Oh, dropped it. Now, when you're taking off this bolt, you only have to take out one because it just slips underneath. Actually, I don't think I have to take out them both at all. I might be both past this one. No, you have to take one. Just put that off to the side. You're not going to need your wrench anymore for a bit either. Your Allen key. So now you have it off in your hand. If you reach down here, you have you can get your new one here. But first thing you want to do is just to go ahead and disconnect the controller. You want to just unplug your green and blue wire, and then you notice here that you have both. These are both the exact same. This is the new one. This is the old one. So what I'm going to do, if you notice here, there's screws holding everything in place. So I'm going to just, as I take one set of wires off, I'm going to put it on the one on the bottom here. So let me get my spare screwdriver. So we're going to take the thread off the top. So on these gear shifters, if you're looking at them, the red wires always go on the top. So when you put this black wire on, it goes like this, then this red, and then this red. So it's going to be the opposite on the other side. It's going to be black on the top and red on the bottom. So we're just going to put this down for just a moment because we have to take off all of these. Okay, so now with our new switch, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to take these screws out. Because we need to put screws to them. So you just have to take the top and bottom screws out of the left and right side. So I got my 4 screws. So now you guys, if you remember when I took it off, it was red on the top and red on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 reds on with 1 screw right away, because I know they go on there right away. So you don't have to screw it in all the way, but it's good to start it. And this red, if you remember, goes over to the bottom on this side. Okay, and now we have to do our black. So this, the one from the plug goes to this black, and then we have our black from here to here. Now we'll put our both blacks on the bottom on this side. And once you get that black on, you can go ahead and just tighten those up. All right. Just gonna get it to go into the threads. Of course, it's not being easy. Tighten that up. Tighten that up. Okay, so that's the new switch. Now you're not done. You still need to take the back off the old switch. And at the back, you're going to go to the center post. So the one right in the center, and the red is on the top and the black is on the bottom. So we'll just set that down. We'll take the old one off. You don't need to keep these screws or anything. You can actually throw this switch away when you're done. Or recycle it, where all electronics are recycled. So that's the old one, so this is no good anymore. So we're gonna get rid of this. So we're gonna go on this side, and on this side, it's black on the bottom. Go ahead and tighten the black one in place. Okay, so now you come back up to the front, go ahead and plug it in. And then we're going to install our bolts again. Over here. Grab our 8-mil wrench and our Allen key. Okay, the other side as well. There you go. And now your switch is installed. You are going to have to remove this this switch right here to put the body back on. So we'll go ahead and pop that off right now. Just when we send you the new switch, it comes with the handle already installed on it. So you're going to have to go ahead and pop that off. Just make sure you keep your screw inside there when you do, and just set it off to the side. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our body kit. We're going to put our body kit back on. So we'll just put those off to the sides now. So you remember we took our handlebars and we put them up through the hole here. So we'll put all this up this way. Swing that brake purchase through here, and then don't forget you're bringing your handlebars. You also have to bring the left hand controls up too. There you go. Okay, and we just kind of have to maneuver this back and forth. There, we got the front of the body on. Go back to the back. We'll just make sure everything lines up. Perfect. So yeah, now you got all that off. We're gonna just leave our handlebars off for now. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our body panel back on. So to do that, you remember we have our longer Allen keys. I'm just gonna get my bolts here. We have 2 longer Allen keys right here, or Allen bolts. I'm sorry. So let's take a number 4. And you can start at the back, just kind of wiggle in place. Don't put them in tight in case you have to move the body around a little bit. You'll have a little bit of wiggle room. You can play with it. Okay. And then you're going to come and we're going to grab. We had 2 Allen bolts with nuts. They go under here. Again, you don't have to put these in tight just yet. You're just gonna put them in until we get the rest of the body all mounted in. Once we have all the bolts on, then we can tighten everything down. Okay. So those 2 are all in place. Everything's in place here. Now we're going to come to the front. So if you look underneath your wheel well, right now. This is the wrong way. This little tab here, plastic tab, goes over the front of that. And then you take your 10 mil, you put it in. I'm gonna have to come around to the other side to do that. So now you have the 10 mil in on both sides. You just go ahead, we're gonna tighten them down. That one's already tight, so I'm gonna go to this side. Okay, it's good too. So now we're gonna grab our Allen key, our 10 mil. We're gonna come to these two bolts right here, put our 10 mil underneath, tighten it up. Perfect. Tighten up your two back ones. Okay, so good. We got all our bolts for our body kit all tightened back up. So we're gonna go ahead and put our seat back on. And there's no special reason other than I like to sit on it while I put the handlebars on. So we're going to take our handlebar mounts. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our throttle and slide it back on. This one doesn't have a brake on this side, but we'll do the brake on this side so you'll kind of get an idea what to do. Just going to reach forward, grab my ratchet with the 10 mil. Okay, so we got our throttle back on. We're going to go ahead and put our perch back on, but what I want to do is I want to tighten up our throttle first. For that, I'm going to need my Allen keys. That's a small one. I think it's a 3. Yep. Okay, so you want it just to be comfortable. So I want it right about there. Tighten it up. Okay, that's perfect. Beautiful. Okay, then we're going to come to our brake perch. It doesn't have a handle on it, but you'll see what I mean. We just want to take the perch bolts off. I don't know why this was put on like this, but we'll take it back on. And this, your perch, you can see your switch here. This perch goes above the switch. Okay, put this one back on. Okay, and then you'll see that your wires probably got unplugged for your brakes. You want to make sure and plug those in. Okay, so our wires are on. Our switches are back on. Oh, got my Allen key. So now we only have one thing left to do. We have to put our footwells back on, and that's it. So our footwell. Okay, so we're going to put our footwell back on. So we're just going to slide it underneath. You're going to line up all your holes. And we can start with the bottom holes. Let's put the bolt through. And go ahead and put the nut on. Again, you don't have to tighten that up just yet. We can tighten that up at the end. Okay, so those are on. Then there's just the 4 side ones, and you don't really need your Allen key to, or just to start them. Okay, and now we put all our bolts in. Okay, so all you have to do then is take your Allen key and just go ahead and tighten these all up, and that's it for putting your body kit back on.